Hello. It's 7 p.m. on Thursday night, and guess what that means? It is time for the Girlfriend Experience Classroom, and here I am, your girl, Jamie Drew from thegirlfriendexperience.org, here to chat with you. Now, if you're watching this video, then I know, or if you're watching me live, then I know you already know what the topic is. We are talking about the 10 commandments of dating. Yes. Okay. Y'all know I have my notes. I have highlighted. I'm actually getting these commandments from a book. Because you guys know, like I tell you all the time, I cannot think of everything off the top of my head by myself. And so, I have to use other people's information sometimes just to kind of stir up the conversation, okay? So this book is by Patti Stanger. And if you don't know who Patti Stanger is, she is best known for being on Bravo's The Millionaire Matchmaker, and some other shows too or whatever. But she's like the matchmaker. Her mother was one too or something like that. And I just closed the book. But Patty's been doing this for a number of years. I really like her and enjoy the things that she has to say. This particular book, Become Your Own Matchmaker, 8 Easy Steps for Attracting Your Perfect Mate. It's an old book, but I know that people love to talk about dating, especially right now. We're in quarantine. It's difficult for people. So why not talk about commandments of dating, okay? Why not get that information? There's a lot of single people out there hurting right now. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting. Listen, I feel your pain because I'm single too. So I'm sleeping in the bed alone at night too under this quarantine. So this is the perfect time to study, get your mind right, get yourself together for that perfect relationship. So with that, I decided to talk about the 10 commandments of dating. So if you are dating somebody or you want to be dating somebody, then get in here. This is for men. This is for women, okay? This is for everybody. So I love the things that she talks about in here. Let's get right into it. And I want your feedback. Please do not be shy, okay? Say something to me. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback on these topics because I'm telling you, they are juicy and you might even feel like they are controversial, okay? So number 1 is, now remember these are commandments, so she's done them saying thou shalt, and I just thought that was so cute. Thou shalt return calls promptly, okay? Return a potential call within 24 to 48 hours on weekdays or 72 hours on weekends or holidays. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, I know, okay, we're talking about returning a call, right? So I'm assuming that I called the person first. So if I call you first, I think, 24 to 48 hours on a weekday is good. I do understand like the having more time on weekends and holidays because you don't know what the person's doing. You don't know if they're with their family. You don't know if they're traveling on vacation. You don't know what their situation is or what their routine is on the weekend. So they may be doing something extra. But on the weekdays, definitely 24 to 48 hours. I mean, I don't know. This is like a sensitive one. I guess it really depends on how far into the dating that you're in. Because there's a lot of crazy people out there that if you don't call them back within an hour, then there's a problem. Or if you don't call them back, within 25 minutes, then there's a problem. So you really have to know, what it is that makes you tick or, what kind of time limits you're working on to know if this is right for you. But for me, I feel like 24 to 48 hours is really decent when you're talking about a grown person. Because me personally, I don't want somebody who's sitting by the phone waiting for a phone call and that's all they have to do with their lives. I want somebody dynamic, somebody who has their own life, somebody who is doing things on their own and who has more, to think about than sitting around looking at the phone 24/7. So especially in the beginning of a relationship, you gotta cut people some slack, and allow them a little bit of time to call you back because let's just be honest, okay? A lot of you feel like when you meet somebody right off the bat that you're like super high on their list of priorities, but you have to remember they had a life before you. They may already still be dating somebody else, because remember, you're just dating them. This is not like you, an exclusive relationship or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about dating somebody. So guess what? They might be dating somebody else too. So you got to give them a little wiggle room when it comes to, giving that return call back. She also says to, and this book, she definitely caters specifically towards women. So she says to mirror him. If he texts you, text him back. And I really like that idea too, because it's kind of like you're matching energy, and the flow is going to be natural anyway. You shouldn't have to fight for, how the conversation should be, or whether the text should be, or, whether the person's asking to see or whatever, because some people, they don't like to have, like me, I don't like to have long, drawn out conversations on the phone, talking 2 and 3 hours and all of that. Just come see me. Okay? And so some other people feel that way, and they may just text you to check in until the next time that they can actually see you in person. So mirror that person's energy, and don't say, oh, I want somebody that will talk on the phone. Well, cut a person a little bit of slack, especially when you're just dating them. You're not on their top list of priorities. It's an uncomfortable conversation in the beginning to talk to somebody and, oh, what's your favorite color? Or what cereal do you like? I mean, these weird conversations, you don't know the same people. So sometimes it's a little bit awkward to be talking on the phone to somebody, for hours and hours right off the bat. Okay, let's get into number 2. Juicy topics. All right, you guys, share this video with somebody who's single right now, please, okay? Because people are hurting right now in this quarantine. Please share this with somebody who is single right now. Share it on your page if you're single. All right, thou shalt honor thy dating commitments. Nobody likes a flake. Yes. Funny story, you guys. I'm not going to tell y'all who this happened to, because some of y'all might know the person. It's a male. That's the only clue I'm going to give you. Funny story. You know who you are if you're watching. A person I know, a male, is online dating. And I don't know, this is funny to me. He tells me, yeah, I'm on the way to go and, see my date. I'm going to go, date this person for the first time, meet my online date. And then, so, later on the next day, I'm talking to him or whatever, and I noticed, wait a minute, he didn't say anything about his date. He didn't say how the date went. And so I end up asking him, well, what happened? What happened with your date? Was it good? Did you like her? What was going on? And he was like, oh, she stood me up. But to me, the funniest part was that she stood him up because he had previously stood her up, and she just wanted payback. So she's like, oh, how does it feel to be stood up? You guys, that is the funniest story to me, because it's like, just like this is saying, thou shalt honor thy dating commitments. If you don't take the other person seriously, like, if you're really not interested, then don't set up the damn date. You know what I mean? Do not set up the date if you're really not interested in the person, because you're going to end up flaking on them and, creating a bad relationship. Or if you get bored one day, then, they're going to stand you up back. And if you are single, like, sometimes you have to remember that every single person that you date, every single person that you interact with is not going to be the one. So sometimes you need to go on that date or meet up with that person, even if you don't feel like they are going to be your perfect forever match, because you're practicing, you're having a good time. You are seeing what it's like out there. Some of you may not have dated for a very long time. Some of you may have recently gotten divorced and been with that person for the last 20, 30 years. I mean, I don't know. And so you're practicing, you're getting to know people, you're getting to know what you like and what you don't like, especially if you just came out of a long-term relationship and you're figuring out all over again who you are, and what you like. You may be dating a totally different person than you're used to. So it is really good to go on those dates and honor those commitments, even if you change your mind, okay? Because, listen, I go through this too. I'm online dating and I swipe right to somebody, and then they start talking to me and I'm like, I swiped right on you? What was I, sleepy? What, did I have too much wine? And you sort of change your mind. Even sometimes after you've made a date with somebody, you change your mind. But sometimes you just need to keep that date and honor that date, because you never know. You may end up liking the person, or it will be good practice for you, okay? Okay. The next commandment, number 3, thou shalt let the man take the lead. Okay. I know y'all guys like to hear that. Let the man take the lead. Listen, share this video with somebody who is single right now. Share it in their DMs. Okay. Send them a text message or whatever. Let them know to watch this right now, because some people need to hear this. Okay. Share it on your page. All right. Let him call you first. Let him ask you out. I'm just going to read a couple of things that I highlighted. Nothing makes a man feel better about himself than working for and winning what he considers to be a grand prize. So don't rob him of the pleasure by turning the tables and chasing him. Let him feel he's cleverly tracking you by suggesting where and when your first several dates will happen. I'm telling y'all, this is Patti Stanger's words. She is bold and opinionated, and she does not care, okay? But listen to what she says. Listen in here. Like, she is letting us know, and men, let me know in the comments if this is true, or women that have had this experience, let me know in the comments if this is true. She says, if you do the initiating in the beginning, you'll set the precedent for life. If you want to be romanced, let the man take the lead. Listen, I can't complain about that one. I mean, there are some women out there who like to be the initiators and the aggressors or whatever. And listen, this is gender fluid or whatever kind of relationship it is that you're in. There's always going to be one person who exudes their masculine energy more and one person who exudes their feminine energy more, for the most part. So, I don't mind being romanced and having having the guy take the lead. And, you know what they say, that men like to chase, okay? Men, is that true? I'm not calling y'all dogs, you know what I'm saying? But they say y'all like to chase, okay? Melanie Thompson says, true. Okay, so ladies, let's step back. Listen. There's yin and yang for a reason. There's masculine and feminine for a reason, okay? And I'm not talking about gender specifically here, whatever kind of relationship you're in. What I'm talking about is these energies, okay? Who are you? Who do you present yourself as, okay? If you're that feminine energy, go ahead and let that masculine energy take the lead, baby. It's gonna feel real good. I know for me, it would, okay? I don't mind, especially if you a boss woman, okay? If you a boss lady, then you enjoy letting the man take the lead when you guys are at home and dating in your home environment or whatever, because, I take the lead all day at work. My staff members and my clients, and, I run a business and I have a day job as well. And it's like, I'm always taking the lead. So baby, if that man wants to come in and allow me to sit back and prop my feet up while he caters to me, or lets him be the one to suggest the restaurant, whatever it is, okay? Let him call me first. Okay, I'm totally fine with that too. I mean, some of these things are a little sexist that she says, but I do understand the premise behind it. She's saying it for a reason. So let me know if it's true. Share this with somebody that's single. Listen, share this video with somebody that's married. I don't care. Just share it with people, because I want to hear these opinions in here. I want to know what people think about this stuff. Let's get to number 4. Okay. In the beginning, thou shalt leave the past in the past. Oh my goodness. You guys. Nobody should even have to tell you to leave the past in the past, okay? She says any talk of old boyfriends or girlfriends is strictly taboo at first, okay? Now, this is specifically, she's talking to us women now, but specifically she is saying that men can't help it. They will picture you naked and having sex with some other guy. You guys, in my experience, I totally agree with that. You cannot let that. One thing I had to learn in my long-term relationships, especially the good ones, I had to say to myself, Jamie, this man is not your girlfriend. You cannot chat, and tell him every single thing that happened that day like you tell your girlfriends. Let me know. Am I telling the truth? I know I'm telling the truth. I had to learn that myself, that I cannot, just say everything, because women, don't we talk for conversation? Don't we talk for information? For entertainment. Men, don't you talk for information? I'm thinking ahead of myself, but especially me. I'm a Virgo. I'm queen of communication, okay? I love to talk. I love to chat. I like to have deep talk about different topics, and I like to talk about my day. But you cannot start talking about those other men, because your man will start picturing you with that other man. And you don't want that. All right, let's see what else she says. Okay, there must be something. Oh, okay, this is another thing she says. There must be something wrong with her to have dated so many losers, okay? People are judgmental, especially within these first couple of dates, you guys. People are like sizing you up. They're listening to your stories and they are like letting it flow through their mind, like, hold on. She dated this guy, it didn't work out. She dated that guy and didn't work out. Meanwhile, you're saying it was that person's fault and you know what happened. But they're saying, okay, she's dated a lot of losers. They are judging you because of that. So it's really best to keep your mouth shut in the beginning. Nobody wants to know all of that. And man, this goes for you too. We don't want to hear about all your ex-girlfriends. You guys, case in point. And this was recent. I had a man send me a picture of his ex-girlfriend. Sir, I don't care nothing about your ex-girlfriend. I don't care what she looks like. I don't care what it is in this story that you're trying to let me know, sir. I don't need a picture of your ex-girlfriend. Okay? I don't want to talk about her. Yeah, I see your mouth open like, oh, yes, that really happened. I'm telling you, people are crazy. People let too much information, too many cats out of the bag right in the beginning. I'm like, I'm judging you, right? I'm sizing you up, right? This isn't going to work for me, right? But like I said in the beginning, I'm practicing. So sometimes you have to see what gets on your nerves and what doesn't. All right. It says deep personal history is simply too much intimate information for either one of you to process in the beginning. Save your deep, dark secrets for at least 6 months down the road when you're in a committed relationship and you can trust him. That's what she says. You cannot be divulging all of this information straight off the bat. It's not going to go well. It's going to stick in a person's head and they're going to be judging you for it. Let's go to number 5. Thou shalt be engaging. You would think you wouldn't have to tell somebody to be engaging, but hello, I guess you do. It says, focus your attention on him. Don't let your eyes interest or wander. Now, remember I said this book was catered towards women. Share this video with somebody who's single that needs to hear this information. So remember I was saying this book is catered towards women. So a lot of it is going to be referring to you, the reader, as if you are a woman. But this goes for men too. Focus your attention on your date. Don't let your eyes or interests wander. How rude is it when you see your date's eyes wandering? I mean, come on. Like, you can't take just one moment to focus on that person. No. Okay, it says at least ask interesting questions. Be a good listener with full eye contact. You guys, I have to stop on that one and make the hugest deal out of eye contact. If you are shifty-eyed, I don't want no shifty-eyed man talking to me. If you are shifty-eyed, you're lying. I don't want to talk to you. If you can't look me directly in the eye, I know there's a problem with you're not telling the truth, or you don't have confidence, or I am intimidating. Something is wrong. Why are you gonna be looking all around when we're talking? Okay? Just imagine look, I'm looking at the camera right now. Don't you feel like I'm talking to you? Don't you feel personally connected to me? Now, what if I was to just like kind of look over here, like the whole video while I was talking to you and everything? And wouldn't you think something was really weird about that? Yeah, I would. So please make full eye contact with people, because if you cannot make full eye contact, something's up. Okay? Grow up, make full eye contact, be a man, be a woman, learn how to look somebody in their eye. It says a good conversation is like a ping pong match with the ball bouncing back and forth between both people. But a wise woman lets the man take the lead in handing out personal information or revealing himself. Remember, knowledge is power. It's helpful to know more about him than he does about you. Y'all, she letting us in on a few secrets. She's basically saying don't have word vomit. You know what I mean? Don't be a mystery. Okay? That's the thing about being, okay, be engaging, you know? Let the person be excited about you, but don't reveal everything right off the bat. You know, give a little mystery to it. Let's go to number 6, you guys. Thou shalt not drink too much on a date. Some of you guys pre-game. Do you know what pre-gaming is? I know y'all college people know. Listen, if you pre-game, that means you drink ahead of time, okay? You get a little buzz before you go to the location that you're going to. You may be doing it because you don't want to spend a bunch of money. You want to do it because you want to be lit already when you get there and you don't want to wait to have a few drinks to turn up. Whatever it is, some of you are drinking ahead of time, but that's probably not a good idea, okay? It says usually more than 2 drinks will cloud a girl's judgment. Drunk and sloppy is never attractive on either side, male or female. Drunk and sloppy is never attractive. There will be far fewer regrets if you are fully cognizant. You guys, how many times have you done something, said something that you regret because you had a little bit too much alcohol? Blame it on the I know y'all remember that song. That used to be the jam, okay? Don't laugh at me. Blame it on the alcohol. Listen, especially in the beginning, this person is trying to get to know you. They are judging you right off the bat. Nobody's going to want to have to pick you up and carry you into the car. Nobody wants to pick you up, carry you into the car, anything like that. So it is advisable. You know, if you watch Patti Stanger, if you follow her or anything like that, she always says to have a 2-drink maximum, okay? Some of y'all can only handle 1 drink. I'm telling you, it really depends on what the percentage of alcohol is, because some of us can only handle 1 glass of wine. And it also depends, did you get a 6-ounce pour? Did you get a 9-ounce pour? I don't know. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Some of y'all just need 1 drink. Olivia says, keep speaking life. Thank you, boo. I will. Listen, you know I'm going to tell y'all the truth, okay? So I think I really have respect for this lady, Patti Stanger, because she's so opinionated, and I'm the same way. And she just kind of, you know, says it like it is, but teaches you how to be tactful, because really these are lessons that you could take for life. I mean, let's go back a little bit, okay? Return calls promptly, that's dating and life, okay? Honoring commitments, dating and life. She's telling you how to be a stand-up person. Okay, let the man take the lead. Okay, that's, you know, whatever. In the beginning, thou shalt leave the past in the past. Don't divulge all the information straight off the bat in the beginning. Don't reveal the mystery too soon. That's life. Thou shalt be engaging. That's life. Thou shalt not drink too much on a date. You shouldn't just... Sloppy drunk is never cute in any environment, period. Okay? So I think these are rules for dating and rules for life. And if any of these are touching a nerve, then you have some work. Okay. Number 7, thou shalt not be a gold digger. Raise your hand if you're a gold digger. Raise your hand if you ever dated a gold digger. Raise your hand if you want to be a gold digger. No. Oh my goodness. Listen. She got some rules, though. She got some rules. She's not saying don't accept anything. She has some rules. She says, don't you dare. Don't you dare ask or hint for anything of monetary value. If he offers to buy you something without so much as a hint from you, so don't hint at it, go ahead and accept it. But make sure there are no strings attached. And be ready to give it back if he starts trying to pull those strings. Okay? Listen, she's saying, ladies, take the gifts, but don't take the strings. Okay? And if he starts trying to pull those strings, oh, honey, you bought this pen? Oh, you think this pen came with some nookie? Oh, you can have this pen back. Boom. Okay? Have your own. Oh, I can buy my own pen. You can. Let me tell you guys. Men. Okay, let me not be so sexist. I'm sorry. Some people will try to manipulate you, okay, into having sex. And by doing that, they will attach strings to certain things. Diara said, I got jokes. Yes, ma'am. You know I got jokes. Life is funny. Listen, let me tell y'all about this story, though. People will try to manipulate you into having sex or into getting what they want, period, by attaching strings to certain things. So if you guys are my true family, crew, followers, friends, fans, customers, clients, you know that I've recently started painting. Booyah! thegirlfriendexperience.org. But before, this is a new hidden talent that I have discovered, okay? Prior to me discovering this talent, I had a little whisper in my ear say, Jamie, you should be painting. So I decided to reach out to a friend of mine, male friend of mine, who I knew was a painter, okay? And I was asking him, well, what kind of paintbrushes should I get? And what kind of paint should I get? You know, things like that. And he was telling me, go to Michael's and, all this kind of stuff, whatever. So he was telling me, oh, I may be in town soon. I may be in your area soon. Oh, okay, cool, or whatever. What are you coming down for? Oh, I'd be coming down there. I would like to see you, Jamie Drew. Really? I said, oh, okay, that's surprising, but okay, whatever, go on with it, okay? So I said, well, that would be great because while you're in town, we could have like a little painting session together. You could give me some tips and pointers. You can give me a little painting session. Do you guys know that in order to get the painting session, he told me that it would have to come along with some nookie? Yes, he did, you guys. And I quickly said, oh, no, thanks. I'm fine with being self-taught, okay? Your girl will Google something or look up a YouTube video or something for some techniques quick, okay? So I told that whole story to tell you, be ready to give it back. Here's your pen. Oh, your painting lesson. Oh, no, I'm good. When they try to attach those strings, okay? Make sure you got brain enough and money enough to be able to handle on your own, to be able to let those strings go and cut those strings if they're playing games, okay? Melanie says, not a gold digger, but don't want a cheap or stingy man either. No, ma'am. But what Patti is saying in this book is just don't ask for it. Let it be genuine. Let somebody give you a gift because they want to give you a gift, not because you're looking for coins or you're looking for a come up. All right. Now, listen to this. She says, this is very important. You are not, and Melanie, listen up, because this is probably what you're thinking about too, girl. You are not considered a gold digger if you expect him to pay for the dates. Hello. If he expects you to pay or split the check or talks about moving in together or splitting the rent. Ooh, some of y'all are splitters out there. Raise your hand if you a splitter. I know you don't want to raise your hand for that. We should live together. It'll be cheaper. Okay, you heard that before? He does not have signs of providership, which will mean he will not be a good husband. Listen, comment below. What do y'all think about that? I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all chime in on that. I don't know. I don't want y'all to beat me up for those comments. Well, you know what? Let me just say my truth. I do agree. I do expect the man to pay for dates. I just do. There are certain things that are going to be expected of me, and there are certain things that are going to be expected of you. And one of those things that are expected of you, especially in the beginning, we're talking about dating, we're talking about courting, okay? We're talking about the beginning phases. I expect you to pay for the dates. Yes, yeah. And listen, I've talked about this before. Men spend money on the front end, women spend money on the back end, or however you want to switch it around. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We spend money before we get to the date. Ladies, we get our nails done, don't we? We get our hair done, don't we? We buy our makeup, don't we? Perfume, jewelry, honey. We have it all together and all looking perfect and all. Men are visual, right? So we have your visual pleasure going on. We have that all ready for you. We have paid in advance in expectation of you now paying for this date. Comment below, let me know what y'all think about that. I want to hear what you think. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's move along because we have 8, 9, and 10 to get through. Number 8, thou shalt act like a lady. What does that mean? Patti says it, thou shalt act like a lady. Let's see what she says acting like a lady is, okay? No cussing, no scratching. Ew, who scratches on a date? No sitting with your legs spread wide. She said it, I didn't. It's right here. I highlighted it in the book. No cussing, no scratching, no sitting with your legs spread wide. I mean, I agree with that. I wouldn't, don't cock your legs open and let everybody see your goodies, you know. Cussing, scratching, definitely don't. I mean, basically she's just telling you to have some class about yourself, okay? Have some couth. What's that word? Couth. What is the definition of couth? I'd like to know. I've heard that word, and I'd like to think I know what I'm talking about when I say it. What is the definition of couth?
Here's the definition of couth. Humorous. Cultured, refined, and well-mannered.
Okay. Cultured, refined, and well-mannered. Good manners, refinement. Yes. That's exactly what she's trying to tell us. Okay. To have some couth. To have some tact. Okay. All right. She says acting like a lady also involves being polite and following common laws of courtesy, such as saying please and thank you and excuse me. You must also be prompt and not make him wait for more than 10 minutes. How many of y'all got the man at the door waiting for you when you still getting dressed and everything? That's rude. She's saying have some tact, have some class about yourself, okay? Don't make people wait for you, okay? Be polite. How many times, and this is on both sides, men and women, how many times have you been on a date with somebody and they were rude to the waiter or waitress and you were turned off? Okay? You can tell a lot about a person from their interactions with other people, especially interactions with other people who they feel are beneath them, you know, or especially, you know, financially beneath them or of service to them. You know what I'm saying? So watch that closely. Watch how they talk to their friends. Watch how they treat their mother, their family, you know. Watch how they treat other women or other men, you know, in some cases. Just watch. Just watch. Share this video with somebody who is single and somebody who needs to hear this information, please, okay? All right, she also says, and I like this, part of acting like a lady involves allowing him to be a gentleman. I like that. Let him open doors for you, help you with your coat, even order your meal for you. Ladies, this is not necessarily somebody trying to take over your brain and your opinion and your likes and desires, but just a desire to do something nice for you or the desire to showcase, hey, I know what you like. You know what I mean? So the ordering the meal thing is kind of iffy. It depends on how well the person knows you or how well you trust them with ordering for you. But I think it's kind of cute if they want to do something like that for you. But definitely opening the doors, helping you with your coat. When you allow a guy to be a gentleman, that is part of being a lady. It makes him feel even better as a man. It says men yearn to feel that way. Throw him a bone. It won't kill you. All right, now this is a caution that she lets out. You should always thank a man for the date while you're on it. That's sufficient. But never call or text him to say thank you after the date. Remember, women fall in love on a date and men fall in love after the date. I want to hear from my guys. What do you think of that? Ladies, if you know the answers, you can chime in too. But I am so curious to know, do women fall in love on a date? Men, do you fall in love after the date? Like you're thinking about it after the fact? And please comment below and let me know why you think that you should always thank somebody for the date while you're on it and never after. Okay? Give me some feedback on that. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. Let's move on to number 9. All right. Number 9, thou shalt express sincere interest and appreciation. This is a no-brainer. Come on. Do we even have to talk about this one? Men like genuine compliments just as much as you do, maybe even more. Okay, I can feel that. You know, I've said this before. I like to say men are people too. Some of us ladies out there, we don't realize that men like the same types of things that we like, the same type of, positive feedback and, words of affirmation that they like. So it's good to give your guy a compliment too. Don't be afraid to tell him he's handsome, interesting, or funny. But don't go overboard. He don't want to hear it that much, but he wants to hear it, okay? Follow the 4-to-1 rule. Okay, now listen. Ladies, feminine energies, whatever you are, write this down, okay? This is something you're going to want to follow. This is the 4-to-1 rule. The 4-to-1 rule goes like this. Once he takes you out 4 times, do something nice for him, like making him dinner at your place, okay? 4-to-1. He throws you 4 bones, then you throw 1 bone back, okay? So basically what she's saying is that men like to feel appreciated too. Men like things done for them too. But as she was saying before, according to her preference and according to her rules, that men like to take the lead. So don't take the lead too many times. Let him take the lead 4 times and then you do something for him 1 time. Let me know what y'all think about the 4-to-1 rule. I'm interested to know what you think about that as well. How many of you already use the 4-to-1 rule? How many of you already know Patti Stanger and you're like, girl, this is my girl. I listen to everything she says. Let me know. Okay. Are we on number 10? Yes, we are. Oh my goodness. Okay. Time is flying. Okay. Number 10. This is the last one. Thou shalt not become intimate on the first date. No sticky, no licky either. None of that. We all grown in here, right? But not be no kids in here watching me, so I got to say that, okay? No being intimate on the first date. If you're interested in him, there's nothing wrong with hugs and kisses. But if this one's a keeper potential, it's best to take it slow and get to know him first. Listen, did y'all hear what she said? I'm going to see if y'all can read between the lines. Comment below if you already read between the lines. Let me know what you read. But I'm going to read that again. If you're interested in him, there's nothing wrong with hugs and kisses. But if this one has keeper potential, it's best to take it slow and get to know him first. Ladies, you know what she just said, right? She said the ones you don't like, go ahead and do it. Y'all, I'm telling you, that's what I heard. She didn't say that explicitly, but that's what I heard. If you don't like the guy, then go ahead and do it. But if he's a keeper, then wait. Listen, I have actually heard that before. Comment below and let me know if you have heard that before. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart, give me a like. Let me know if you have heard that one before, because I've definitely heard it before. Like, reserve yourself for the one you like. The one you don't, go ahead and give them the business. So guys, we just letting you in on a little secret here. If the lady's giving it up right away, she don't like you. You're not the one. If you're getting the business straight off the bat, you're not the one. She didn't even try to wait for you. She didn't even try to hold out. Let me know what y'all think about that. I don't know. I've heard it before. I'm not saying whether I practice it or not, but I have definitely heard it before, and let me know what you think. All right. She also says, until you have the conversation about exclusivity, just assume he's going out with other women. And by the way, as long as you're not exclusive, you have the right to date as many other men as you want, okay? I advise you to exercise that right. Also, don't think you can get around this rule with fellatio. I'm just going to say that. She didn't say that. it's all sex. So basically she's saying no sex, no sex, no sex. Okay, she's saying hugs and kisses only. Keep it PG-13 and just leave it at that if you're interested in building a long-term relationship with this one. Otherwise, you're going to mess things up, way in the beginning, starting to get intimate too fast, and just really not taking your time with things, and just really not getting to know the person well enough to see if you really do like them. And then by the time you figure out that you don't like them or that you're not compatible with them, you already have this tie to them and you feel like, oh no, I don't want another notch in my belt. You feel like you don't want to start all over again and try somebody else all over again, where if you would have listened in the first place, you would have never been going through this. All right, the last thing she says in closing, if you can't make a decision about which one you should focus on. She's talking about when you're dating multiple people. If you can't make a decision on which one you should focus on, it's probably because none of the ones you're seeing is quite right. Okay, so if somebody's not taking the lead, if somebody's not in the forefront of your thoughts, if you're dating multiple people, that means none of them are right. Okay, your heart will tell you when you found the one to take your hand and lead you into the next step. You guys, I loved it. I have to say, I want to hear your comments. Let me know, okay? Let me know below what you thought about this. Make sure you share this video, like, comment. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The Girlfriend Experience LLC is how you can find me, okay? Also, check me out on thegirlfriendexperience.org. All the links to my social media are there. The paintings are there. If you want personal one-on-one coaching advice with me, the information is there. Also, tarot readings as well. The information is there, baby. And I know I appreciate y'all that be hitting me up, that be getting your free. No, not free. Your readings and your paintings and everything. I have a really good time talking to you guys and engaging with you guys and making you guys happy. So this has been the Girlfriend Experience Classroom. Okay, I hope you learned something today. And as always, until next time, peace and blessings.